Hello again.
Hello again. In our last scenario, we were talking about dinosaurs and how hard it is for scientists to learn about dinosaurs that are because they're like not around and we can't really observe them. But we also talked about scientists using other ways to gather data to learn about what they live and how they died. What about making predictions in science? Do you know what it means to make a prediction about something?
It means to guess about what's happening in the future.
Okay, can you think of something related to science when scientists make a prediction about something?
They may think that maybe a thunderstorm is coming.
Okay.
But not all of their predictions is right because it's just a guess.
Okay. When scientists make a guess, can they just guess just any old thing? Or?
No, they have to get sort of a little bit of proof that to make sure that their guess may be right.
Okay. What's the proof? What do you mean by proof?
See a cloud.
Okay.
And like if it's towering, then it's a thunderstorm. But it may not thunderstorm, it may not rain.
Okay. So how do the people who predict the weather on TV use science?
They could use radars and track the clouds that are going from one country to a different country.
Okay, so they're looking at the radar with tracking, and they're tracking clouds. Okay.
Yeah, and remember that time when we were driving to Kentucky, and I made a prediction that this rainstorm went all the way to Cuba, and in the night we saw it on the TV, and I'm like, hey, the rainstorm made it all the way to Cuba.
Yeah, that was at the bowling alley. I do remember that. Weather reporters don't always agree with each other about the weather. Why do you think they disagree?
I think they disagree because they may think that one cloud is a different type of cloud.
Okay.
And
so if we both looked at a cloud, we might disagree on what kind of cloud it was if we were weather people. What if we both thought the same cloud? Would we think the same kind of weather in our prediction?
Yeah. Okay. But some clouds bring fairness. Some clouds bring snow, rain, and fairness, but so we might not think that the weather is the same because some clouds bring more than one type of weather.
Okay, good. You told me a lot of different facts and ideas about science. And, well, how you think scientists do science. Do you think scientists are creative when they do their work? Are they creative?
Yes.
They are?
Yeah.
Can you give me an example?
They have to be creative when they're searching for dinosaur bones because they have to know what type of bone is it. It might be in a different type of animal bone. Okay.
Yeah, so they have to think about what kind of bone it really belongs to? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay. When do you think they're creative when they're doing an investigation? When do you think they're creative?
Well, they have to be creative when they're looking for a type of bone, because you can't go dig something up and it be a different type of animal and say if it's a wildebeest bone, you have to make sure that it's the right bone that you're looking for.
Okay, so you want to think, well, is this really from this kind of an animal or this kind of an animal? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay, great. What do you think might cause scientists to change their mind about what they think? What do you think might cause scientists to change their mind about what they think about their scientific knowledge?
Maybe they think that one type of bone is an animal bone, and but then they match it up to the type of animal that they think, and it's the wrong type of animal,
Ah.
like a dodo bird.
Okay.
And yeah.
Okay. So if they match it up to the wrong type of animal, would they change their mind then?
Yes.
Okay. Why do you think that?
Because they might think that it's one animal, and then they match it up and it's not right, then they might think it's a different type of animal.
So they actually have to have something they're comparing to in a sense. They're not just like thinking about it in their heads and changing their minds. They're actually matching something up that they have to something else. Okay, great. Can you give me an example of some science idea that you think might change in the future?
The idea that I've had is world peace, but that's never going to happen.
You think not? Is that a science idea? World
No.
peace?
But it's a good type of idea.
That's a great idea. Sure it is. Definitely.
But the type of science idea is maybe somebody might say they invent flying cars in the next 10 years.
Uh-huh.
That probably won't happen.
Yeah. Why not?
Because they'd have to get make new things to make the cars fly and all that stuff.
All right. Well, thank you very much.